Hey guys, welcome back to the Vid-Bits. I'm Bray.
And I'm Brian, and we're back for another episode of Game a Day May, and we're on almost at the end of the home stretch, man. We just completed the end of the fourth complete week, and these are the 3 days that struggle at the end, and we always try to do a little bit something special at the end.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite games of all time. I'm super excited to be able to play this with Dad, of course.
Should I go back and check that? Or?
Well, have you added the Vid-Bits as a friend?
That might be it.
That might be it. So, little plug for our Xbox account. If you would like to friend us on Xbox, you can add us here at the Vid-Bits.
So just
go ahead and add us. As long as you're not gonna send us some sort of spam or scam messages, because it's just so annoying at this point. I'm not gonna fall for your stupid scam. Whoever keeps sending messages to my Xbox account and to the Vid-Bits Xbox account, stop doing that.
right. It's been annoying because
yeah,
we're not gonna just we're at the point now where we're being very meticulous with who we add, especially also whoever Powerful Snow is that I added on the Pac-Man channel stuff. Please stop spamming me for invites when I'm live, because I'm trying to figure that out first, but I didn't want to not add you because I don't know.
There's a lock-on system?
I mean, I don't know who you are, but please stop spamming me invites when I'm live, because it seems like as soon as I go live, then I just get hammered on them for a while, so... I eventually will be playing people with elimination on that as soon as I figure it out.
How do I zoom in?
But it's going to probably be on an alt account, so... Just wanted to mention that. So please, guys, that's not the same as... I know it's not the same as stream sniping, but it's a form of it, and we're not going to really... We don't really like that, so... Pardon me.
How do you change the zoom? Alright, so, yeah, once you've added me as a friend, you'll be able to join in, Dad. We're currently playing on Xbox. Well, I know there's a way, somehow, to zoom in. We'll figure this out.
That's okay, man. We don't overproduce here, so we don't have enough time to do a bunch of stuff offline and figure stuff out. We really are trying to, because you guys may play this cross-platform. This game has a lot of accessibility. So basically, if you're playing on PC with keyboard and mouse versus if you're playing with console, and then we all know the dreaded translation of how buttons are differently named differently and stuff versus what controller you're using. So
video. Parallax, you can adjust the parallax scrolling.
Should I quit completely out and back?
You might want to,
because I have I definitely added you. You guys ever guys ever have a gaming session planned out, and then you figure that a couple things become inconvenient to the session, and then you just have to figure it out? That is why we're just probably some of the realest gamers you'll see on YouTube, because some people will have all the bugs ironed out beforehand, and it's no, we're real gamers. This is kind of stuff that, I don't know if you guys are used to seeing people when they start a playthrough that they just go straight in, but I used to just go into the options first, and now I'm I'll usually just go into the options what makes sense, but now I see, yeah, that's what it is, Matthew. We're real gamers. Not that people that produce gaming content for YouTube or content creators in general can't be that way, but I think it's better and it's more relatable when you see that we have technical issues with the game just as much as anybody else would. Because, you know what I mean, it's not realistic that every time you load stuff in, especially when they have lots of updates and quality of life improvements. Bray has played a metric crap ton of Terraria, so you're getting aced. So he's played a lot of Terraria, so
I am checking the Terraria community forums. If you do RB plus up and down, that's let's see. Yep. So you can adjust the zoom on Xbox, which by holding RB and then doing up and down on the D-pad. So much better. There's also a lock-on system for melee weapons. You just press B.
Oh, I don't know, man.
I'll just invite you.
Okay. Because this is just, it's a little, I feel like it's that point where somebody on IT will be like, did you try turning it off and on?
It's my fault.
Like, yes.
I didn't make it a multiplayer game.
I gotcha, see? So I was exercising insanity.
Yes. Thank you for making me realize that.
It's okay, man. No worries, no worries.
Alright.
So should I back out?
Yeah, you can either use the invite or just join, should be just open now.
I don't know, man.
I did send an invite. Did you already join that one?
No.
No? Then it should be in your little notifications tab.
I'll tell you, it does get confusing when you have a bunch of interfaces and you're like, I'm now doing 4 different interfaces all the time, and they do get a little confusing sometimes.
It happens. Happens to the best of us. You just pick your character, and you should be good.
Kids, this is just your reminder to not give up, because this could be off-putting enough where you just be like, yep, you can't connect. And
It's not that hard.
It's not that hard, but there are people that don't know how to deal with any technical hurdles at all, and the first one will be off-putting enough where they don't want to do anything. That's why some people will never learn how to be online, some people will never learn how to drive, some people will never learn how to fly, or ride a bike, or any of those things. Like, you have to, like, deal with a little bit of frustration sometimes, and it's worth it. This failed to join session, man. So it looks like it's going to be me watching you play Terraria, and there's nothing else I can do about it. I've reset the console, I've reset the game, I've added you, you've added me, you've invited me, I've accepted your invite. There's just nothing else I can do. The only thing I can do next is completely reset the console. That's all I can do.
Is your game updated? No, I just downloaded it, so it should be fully up to date.
You will have connectivity issues in certain games, guys. It doesn't necessarily mean it was this. We used to have issues with Borderlands when we tried to play it to the point where we stopped playing it for a year because we could get on.
Okay, I'm gonna reset my game as well.
We had issues with Halo 3. We tried to do multiplayer and
Reset your game.
couldn't do that for a year as well, and then actually like stopped trying to play that together multiplayer altogether because of the infrastructure unfortunately not being very stable. So I guarantee you this is very stable on PC, so don't take the console experience the same as the PC experience. I guarantee you.
It also just got updated, so
That's almost always a problem too, because you just don't know. Is this cross-platform? No. Okay. Well, this is not cross-platform. Because sometimes
that makes it
that
more
can make
complicated.
it way more complicated. Yeah. I mean, as much as I love cross-platform, trust me, I do. Because accessibility is key. You know what I mean? So when you're talking about a game, it's great to not have to say it's because this or that platform that's on. But when it makes stability issues or connectivity issues, it's a tad frustrating. But we're gonna get there. Reset the console, reset the game, doing all the things that they would do if you called Microsoft or then they said, what did you do? And they're like, well, what did you do? Did you try to do these things first? You gotta do all these things first. Hopefully you guys are doing well. We're just gearing up for the next month. We got some stuff in June, and we know that we got some speed running and some leaderboard chasing going on besides DuckTales and Pac-Man. So hopefully you guys are be excited for that. There's going to be a lot more of that coming in June because we're training up for July. I don't know why, but just how me and Bray were ahead of the curve with indie games being featured this year in May and people talking about them topically. Speed running and leaderboard chasing are going to be at the foremost of some of the gaming community going into July. So we're going to be, I guess, in that sense, ahead of the curve in June by starting to work on some of those speed runs and some of those leaderboard chases on lots of games and some of the arcade archives and some of the Xbox and PlayStation virtual library. So hopefully you look forward to that because there'll be a lot of that topically going on in July with Nintendo talking about the Nintendo World Championships returning after 7 years. So really looking forward to seeing Bray get back in fighting, showing some of the stuff that he does. He's got, obviously he's good at DuckTales and for a speed run, and then Dragon's Lair for like a leaderboard. But I'm sure there's some other things that are out there. And then I know that I'd like to see what you guys are working on as far as like competing on some of the high scores and leaderboards and stuff. So, if there's games that are accessible, or even we're not trying to take your valor. So by any means, don't feel like we're trying to get more ideas on what to try to go for ourselves. But if you're going for any type of leaderboards for speedrunning and/or like high score attacks, we highly suggest you guys engage in that within the chats and stuff and motivate each other.
We would love just to at least, if anything, give you a little bit of exposure in your field, because we love to see other people in the gaming community thrive and succeed and accomplish things, because that's part of the fun, is being able to watch other people grow and make something of themselves.
Absolutely. Community is the thing. Community is key. And if we didn't share secrets and tech as a community, then we wouldn't grow. Because back in the day, if you were blessed to be in a situation with somebody where you're watching the game up close, then there was no gatekeeping of tech, because you're right over their shoulder, paying attention to what they're doing, asking them questions, or watching, like if you watch Brave Play Souls, watching them figure it out in real time, and then knowing when it's your turn that you're going to be able to adapt based on what you've gained knowledge-wise and visibly. So, to me, the community being able to lean on each other, like, hey man, I'm going for this high score. I know that's not your jam, but can you see anything in my tech where you can give me some pointers when we're trying to play this game? What would you kind of do? We're definitely susceptible to that type of stuff, because there's times that me and Bray push each other in our scores and stuff, because we're like, hey, I know that that's not my run, and you know how I do my thing, but what about if you think about this differently or that differently? And obviously you never have to take it, but sometimes it's just that person saying objectively, hey, you're making this jump here and you don't need to. You know what I mean? Or hey, you
did it.
Awesome. Like, hey, you're making an unnecessary jump here, or you're doing
achievement. 50-point achievement. No hobo.
Come on. No hobo. Okay. I'm just gonna talk to people while you're figuring it out, and if there's a chance it doesn't figure it out, then that's the way it's supposed to be, and we're not going to shit can the video or anything like that. We'll just keep going, and I'll just talk to you while you're playing. I mean, I'm not trying to bring any negative energy towards it. We've done everything possible except for delete the game and reinstall the game. So, but for the momentum of everything, I don't want you to keep screwing things up or anything on your end, because it's already 11 minutes, 12 minutes into gameplay at this point. So. It is what it is, man. This has happened to us so many times when we're not recording. Like, we're like, okay, let's play this game. We're really hyped for it, and then something happens. It's a reality of it too. So hopefully it'll happen, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. There we go. What was the thing?
I think it just feels better once you go through such a game.
It's a little frustrating, but again, I want you guys to see from our perspective that there's two things we could have done. We could have like adapted to it, or we could have just gave up. So there's just nothing to get overly frustrated about. This stuff happens with many games.
Well, I mean, all I did in the meantime was make us a little house to stay in and to assign our guide to live here. He can help us with many different things, such as crafting. You could like select a specific thing, for example, and he'll tell you what you can craft with that. Like, this is one of the coolest things about Terraria, is you collect weapons as you go on, right? And then you can craft them together. Like, look at this. This is called Zenith, and this is a newer sword they added. And you combine all of these swords, including the starting sword, to make that sword, and it does 190 damage.
What happens if you don't have the starting sword anymore?
You just make another character and kill him just to get the sword.
I don't even want to get into that making characters and killing them thing, because if you even knew at the heart of our village is just a bunch of souls of villagers that just did not spawn with the right accolades or grades. Wall masonry.
Wall masonry.
Well, you mason these guys up in the damn wall in the village. Like, oh, you're not that guy. Oh, you don't sell that thing.
Well, if you're wondering what Dad's talking about, we have a Minecraft server, a community realm, where everyone can come, hang out, just play some Minecraft with the bros. my whole inspiration was like to get rid of that idea that, you know, when people play Minecraft, it's only for a period of 2 weeks, and then they ditch it, and, you know, since they got that nostalgia, they just are done. Whereas like we're just continually, whenever we have the motivation, we're working on the server to make new and more awesome stuff for you guys to come and socialize, chill a little bit.
We literally are YouTube's best kept secret for Father's Son Gaming, but also we are not a Minecraft channel. If you look at the 880 videos to the 3 Minecraft videos we have on here, I guarantee you that when you go on our realm, you can tell that we care about it. It's not like, but we cannot go full blast in there because we're not a Minecraft channel, but we love to have the hub for everybody to get to have their time to decide what they want to do for the day.
And we will spend some time there, don't get me wrong. But
Game of Day May is such a big project for us. It's our Super Bowl, it's our big game, it's our WrestleMania of the year. So like once this the next couple days are done, it slows down to a less crowded programming day and a more consistent programming day. So we would love to be able to get some time in there with you guys too. So. I mean, I felt like it was important to say that because, like, some people that may be good at Minecraft, but we're just kind of also trying to show you guys that if you're a gaming channel, you can put Minecraft stuff up there and not lean into being a Minecraft channel and still not, like, I've talked to people in public, I don't work with them anymore, but every single time I said, hey, we do Minecraft, you're like, bleh. I'm like, dude, you know, do you remember when PlayStation 3 had Home? That was not a very good experience, but it was great that people could get in a virtual reality world and go walk around with each other's avatars and go hang out in virtual apartments and decide what they wanted to do for the day. So even if you just use our community Minecraft server to make a little house or go in one of the communal areas with some other people where you just decide that you want to go play Fortnite, you want to go play another game, you want to second screen what we're watching, it's like a way for you guys to hang out with each other virtually when you decide what you want to do for the day. That's the minimum of it. The maximum of it is we have a great village that you can get some quality of life improvements and stuff in, and then the super maximum of it is we'll give you a plot of land out that you can just Minecraft your heart's content and then add to it in a really great way. So, you know, to be able to offer all
the
those
guy let all the zombies in.
And to have all that value for you jumping in on any of our membership tier levels is important to us because, again, there's some people that if you want to create stuff for your own Minecraft channel, we can talk about that, and it's just something, some place that's going to be consistent for you to go and be able to do that. So
yeah, we have talked to people about allowing them to make content there, whether that be streaming or making videos, but there are going to be rules, parameters, things you can and can't do. You know,
well, you're gonna have like bounds. You're gonna have like a little border for where you can build, but you can definitely explore everywhere. You just cannot interfere with other people's stuff. Like because we're trying to like, you know, we can be in there so frequently right now, but we put hundreds of hours into the bait to start. If somebody went into my base and just messed up and we had to leave back the server, that's what they ended up with. But if you just go and we're talking about because of not having so many people be able to be in there at the same time, like. We're talking about you getting so much room though for your own space. You don't have to feel like a crowd, you know. And you can get in there on the very base level of membership. You can get in there on the big caffeine tier, so you're not even having to pay $10 a month. You're having to pay the very minimum just to show us that you're, you know, you're committed to that level of the content, and then also knowing that it guarantees you a spot there for a month that you're signed up at least, you know. I think Bray said that we're doing a holdover period, so say for some reason you financially can't roll back over the next month, we're not going to just take TNT and just edit out everything that you did just because you didn't, you know, roll over the next month. There'll be like a 2-week grace period for you to figure it out, because we all know life hits us, like, you know what I mean? But also if it infinitely builds it out in every direction, we're not going to have to really worry about the next person being like, I have to be right there, you know? So it's a respect for the community thing, because I know me personally, the reason why it's hard for me to sink way more time into Minecraft now is because of how much time I lost in it. So I would hate for somebody to come in and really enjoy what they're doing and then lose whatever time that they put in there, especially if they're putting 6, 8, 10 hours a day there. That happens. Like, we can attest to that. when we were like taking a little bit of time off and we were spending time setting it up. I mean, shit, those were 8-10 hour days off screen.
Holy shit! Look at this one. Nice.
I don't have a weapon. I just keep dying.
It's about to be daytime. We did it. Just keep the doors closed, if you can. Unfortunately, when the guide was alive, he kept opening the doors.
He did, dude. How do you shut it?
It's either B or X.
How come it was opening and shutting on its own before?
Here, I think that's one more thing I forgot. I need to change your control scheme. You're on whatever new control scheme that they were pushing. I don't like it. I like the simple control scheme, not
Call of Duty zombies all over again. He's trying to survive while somebody else does all the work.
I'm literally, I'm sorry. Ooh, that was a good drop. It's a good early game drop right there, chat. A warding sickle, that's +5 defense. Should probably give that one. It's daytime now. A little too late. Here, let me quickly change your control scheme over.
How come the doors were staying shut when we were walking past them and now they're just staying
Because you have to press a button to actuate it, and I was trying to tell you the button, and the button was wrong.
They were opening and shutting on their own.
Because the guide can open them.
Oh, that guy was really messing our life up. Like, he let all the bad guys in.
Yeah.
Over and over and over again.
For fun.
What kind of guide does that?
Because
hey guys, just come to this cabin in the woods. I'm just gonna open up all the doors here and just see what happens.
Hope you can survive.
Hopefully you can survive, right? Like,
Scheme, you should be on...
Alright, chat. Pizza man. Is it topping, like meat toppings, or got just a cheese? I've been craving just a cheese pizza. What do you think, chat? Cheese pizza or meat pizza? It's going down either way. They're probably both going down, but like, I mean,
I'm trying to find the button.
I'm not gonna say the name of the brand of the pizza, but the description is Bessie's Revenge. I was like, it just sounds delicious.
X is the button to...
Doesn't that just sound like a delicious pizza? Like Bessie's Revenge. Because I used to name that like a cow used to name Bessie.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm old, so...
You're an old?
I'm an old, yeah.
You can do it!
Yay! It's been meat pizza or cheese pizza. We're trying to debate. Like, we got...
Yeah, meat or cheese pizza.
Meat or cheese. We're gonna probably make them both, but... We talked about this. You do plain cheese, don't you, girl?
I guess it matters where it's from. The only place and this is the place that I'll throw shade because I don't care about their sponsorship. But Little Caesars, don't sponsor us. Don't come for that sponsorship because I won't accept. Little Caesars is that nasty pizza in my opinion.
Only cheese, she says.
Only cheese
with onions preferred. Red onions or white onions? Because white onions are fire, but red onions can be really good sometimes.
Sometimes they can also be too much.
They can be too tart sometimes.
I wouldn't say tart, but like almost like
When I say like white onions, like I'm talking about like Vidalia, or just like or like well, I don't want to clock us geographically. It's pretty famous around here, but
yeah, I wouldn't.
Nope. Either truly, yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I think it doesn't really matter. Okay, now that it's finally daytime, we can go out and go do something.
Yeah, can I get a weapon? Can that be a thing?
That'll be the thing. Yes.
Alright, so I'll just walk behind you as you just shank everything.
Let's go down here. This is probably our best bet to get some weapons. I think I did loot this
now,
first
guys,
chest.
One of the appeal abilities to me for Terraria, and the reason why I can't spend a lot of time in it, is because it has that thing about Minecraft, is when you get in it, when you really get in it, you lose your whole fucking day. Like, you were like, where'd my day go? Well, there it is. And you're like, you better hope that you're staying at something productive, because more likely than not,
it's best played with friends, though.
It is, because, like, then you guys can...
You can divvy off, you can, like,
more likely than not, you can guard the other person's shit while they're trying to get back to where they lost it. And I mean,
you don't lose your stuff in Terraria.
Or, well, I mean, don't you, like, drop...
You drop your money.
Yeah, that's important, though.
Well, you can make a character that'll drop all your stuff, but I don't even play that way.
Oh, now I'm not being up. Okay.
The game almost encourages the keep inventory playstyle. Go for that. Ooh, +3 defense.
This is definitely different from the last time I saw this. It seems like there's a lot going on.
Not really. I mean, I think...
No, I mean, it's more streamlined. I'm just like...
Oh, yeah. Okay, so if you click to the left...
This is what I'm seeing in the chest.
Right.
Okay.
So if you click to the left and you press the little chest icon, I think you have to do it with yeah. If you press that, it'll take everything. I think it. Nope. Never mind. On the right, it's the one with the little red. Loot all. Yeah, that's
nice. That's a quality of life improvement.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
absolutely. I think they've had that one for a little bit, but not since you played.
Dude, we haven't been on this in
Well, when Dad
6
played,
years?
it was like 6 years ago on a completely unupdated version of this game on PS4 because we didn't have Wi-Fi at the time.
And then we tried playing on Switch for a while.
And then the Switch port just unfortunately
you
suffers.
were waiting for this thing. You're like, dude, this update's gonna happen, and like we were waiting, and Switch was the last people to get it. I think, and that's what we gave up. They were supposed to be getting it.
Oh yeah, there was a.
You're like, Dad, there's this
Live
really
Crystal,
great.
Dad.
Yeah, there's like this really great one coming from PC.
Oh no!
Well,
Stay where you're at. I can teleport to you. Pull out your torches. RB.
yeah. Yeah. You guys are gonna love. Wait until you get to see the shit from my perspective, and you're like, what a dingus is. That was a thing.
LB and RB should cycle through your. Just remember, one of those bumpers doesn't really work that well.
Well, I remember now. Pro controller my ass. What happens when a pro beats the shit out of a pro controller? It's just a regular fucking controller. That's what happens.
That controller is way too expensive to be breaking the way it is.
Yes.
We have the Xbox.
Sorry, don't recommend the.
We have the Xbox
Elite 2.
One Elite 2. I got it from my Aunt Mina, and it was so good for so long, and then eventually the grip of all things started breaking up off the plastic and like ripping the plastic off. Like I don't even know how to explain it. Like it's breaking from the seam on the side, which is a weird way for a controller to break because I've gone through my fair share of controllers and they never really break in a specific
love how
way.
weighty it is. It feels like it's got some durability.
Aw, thanks, Van. I appreciate it. $2 super chat.
Well, thank you, Vanna. That's awesome.
I appreciate it. You're
So cool.
You're awesome.
Gets me hyped. But this the
Okay,
way,
I
the way
found
this
the
controller,
light.
right? When you drop this damn thing, and you will,
That's what
it
it
explodes.
probably does.
It
Yeah.
explodes, man. You lose
Yeah.
both the thumbsticks
That's the other thing is that
and the D-pad.
you can
It
take
flings everywhere.
You can take the thumbsticks off and replace them with like higher thumbsticks if you want, or like ones that are like different, maybe have a different grip on them, or like you can add extra buttons on the back. And I'm found some pretty decent loot down here.
I like that they feel springy, right? Like they feel like they're actually faster than the normal ones. But my problem is, I don't feel like it makes me a faster gamer. I'm like, you know what I mean? Like they spring back into like they recenter quickly. Because sometimes the other ones, like for the regular Xbox controller, will feel like if you don't pull them up and out from the controller, then you can make sure that that they're centered correctly. That's sometimes when you might feel like you have controller drift. But
I
like,
forget that we need to take these chests because crafting them is kind of expensive early game.
But like I don't, because I haven't played as much first-person shooters as you have with this thing. I don't know how that it really feels like it's giving you that big of an edge.
You're adding extra buttons to the back that you can hit with your pinky and ring finger. That's pretty much what I'd say it gives you as an advantage.
Like in the 9-way directional pad, even though it's 4 different directions.
It comes up, so it like pulls up off the. I don't know how else to explain. Like, it pulls up off of the. Since it's metal and it's like magnetically connected to the little D-pad, where there's like a metal part under that where it's like connected to. The problem is in a game where you're using the D-pad as the main input of control, like Shovel Knight or Hollow Knight or any other platformer, I mean, it's gonna like wobble around and it's actually gonna make it kind of uncomfortable or more difficult for you to deal with that. Like, so it doesn't help for precision platforming.
It just sucks because, like, as a pro gamer in those genres, and those being like, I'm not a pro gamer in the first-person genre. I'm a pro gamer in the leaderboard and speedrunning genre. So I need precision. So you know what I mean? Like so that means
Damn,
the base,
bats.
that means the base controller is actually more effective for a gamer like me. Like I'll give you an example. Like when we have our DuckTales speedruns.
What's each of your favorite games you've ever completed? Oh, that's a good question.
That's a very good question.
Van, do you remember when I beat that SpongeBob game for you on accident? I still feel so bad about that.
You're like, hey, I need help with this level, and you find out it's the last level.
But yeah, my favorite game I've ever completed. Right now, it's currently resting pretty high on my scales. My favorite game I've completed recently is Dark Souls 3, just because people herald it as one of the more difficult games to beat, and I beat all of the optional bosses and everything, so that was very satisfying. That's definitely up there for me as far as difficult bosses go, or difficult games go. So I'd say Dark Souls 3, just because it's so ingrained in my memory recently. What about you, Dad?
I mean, I know it's gonna be a cop out, and it's not like a hard plug for Game of Day May, but like I haven't beat anything new in a while, and it's not a new game.
Oh my gosh, another really fantastic RNG drop right there. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
You're fine. You're hanging out with RNG. He's a cool dude. I was actually just telling somebody today that they need to get some good RNG today, so that was probably you. But I know that it's something that's been out for 9 years, and I just now played
Undertale, yeah, that's probably Dad's favorite.
I sat here for myself for almost the majority of it, and got to get really intimately involved with what Toby was trying to do with that game, and then to be in like a state of vulnerability at the end, and then when you get through the ending and everything, it's just, I don't know, man. Like I feel like as a person, I feel like I am spiritually changed by the ending of a video game. And then we also did Minecraft, and like that ending, I mean, I still don't understand how that game has that ending. I mean, then I could look at why Notch could step away from the industry, and I could see how that's possible after you see that.
Well, imagine the first game you make is the best game you're ever gonna make. That's gonna suck. That just sucks.
What about you, Van? What's your favorite game you've ever completed? That's important to know. You know, I appreciate, appreciate the question, but I'd love to know that for you personally.
Or just your favorite game you've ever played.
What is going on? This grave marker's dumb.
If too many grave markers are in this one area, they make it a graveyard and ghosts start spawning. That is a more difficult slime.
Are you not with? Like, I was just trying to go back to where we were together, and now I just went back to this cave and die again.
This cave might be a bust.
Okay, well you could definitely tell me that, 'cause I'm not.
Well, I think I got all the good stuff out of it.
Oh well, thanks. Because I'm not second screening you. I'm just trying to get back to this cave, and now
you could get that gold. Here, I'll just teleport to you if I can.
I'm gonna just die in this cobwebs.
Oh, there's a huge slime here.
How could you forget? I don't know. So yeah. So what is your favorite game though, Van? What's your favorite game that you've ever completed? I'm gonna say it might be when me, you, and your bro beat that new Super Mario Brothers for the Wii, and we chucked them over the flagpole because we all beat that. That's the first game we all three beat together. But I mean, we're not Nintendo YouTubers specifically, but the fact that Nintendo could create an experience where 3 different generations could be in the same room and having a memorable experience like that, to the point where like it sticks out in Bray's mind before he was able to actually to that degree in a game.
Yeah, I just think it's awesome that you guys have that story to tell, ultimately, even if I don't remember too much of it.
Well, I mean, you couldn't have.
I was pretty young.
You were?
Bless you.
The only game I've ever truly played through and loved was the SpongeBob game, and all the Marios me and John play on the Wii. I love those. I need to go through and get all levels to 3 stars. It makes me think of the 3 of us playing and Bray never popping anyone's bubbles. Yeah, it's like Bray pop our bubbles, and then he would just bubble, and then we would all be like, oh, that's the level. Because if everybody bubbles, the level would be over. Oh, that was a good memory. No. Then because you were so young, we couldn't get mad at you because you were just totally not knowing what you're doing. That's funny. I remember that stuff too. And it was like, all also be like a block would shoot out all the power-ups, and I would let you guys have them first, and then like, okay, the next block is gonna come up, I'm gonna get the power-up. And then you guys would either accidentally take the power-up,
or intentionally take the power-up.
or like right before the power-up, you'd shrink. So I'm like, okay, you could have that one too. And like, luckily I was just crutched to play as little Mario, and it didn't bother me. But like, it was so much fun. We're gonna have to get you. I guess you just. I don't know why. I think a lot of HDMI TVs have AVI outputs. But we can get you a downscaler that can do that too, or an upscaler and figure it out.
Yeah, we'll get whatever necessary.
The part to fix it, if you do not get a new TV, is less than $10. So we'll figure it out. They have them at Walmart. I mean, that's not we're not sponsored by Walmart, but the ONN brand, you can go and they have any type of equipment that you may be able to need. And what we able to consider the quote-unquote great value brand, the ONN brand. They have upscalers, they have downscalers, splitters, all that stuff for anybody that's trying to get this stuff up and running. So yes, dude, I cannot. Dude, when it's me, you, Braden, and Oaks all playing, or like that, dude, we'll have to do New Super Mario Brothers Wii for the channel, and just have it so it's me, you, Braden, Oaks beating it.
And that will be if she's okay with that.
That would be absolutely amazing.
All right, I need to clean up all these gravestones.
Oh yeah, yeah, I guess I couldn't get mad because I was trying my best, like, curate a good experience, but you as a sister could definitely get mad because, you know, it's like...
Dad, do you have any...
No, I'm just stuck in endless caves, man. This is my life now. I'm a hobo in a cave. The Vid-Bits built us in a freaking cave! Oh, am I just on fire now?
No, they're bombs.
Okay.
That's not a pie. It's a bomb. Made in a bomb factory.
You have this small TV that works on that. Like I said, that's cool. The part is like literally like $8 though, and you can just play it on your regular HDMI TV. You just plug the AV into this little box thing, and then it's got a spot for your HDMI to plug into, and then it just connects it to your TV, so it's compatible. Like I said, they're like $7 or $8, but we'll make sure it happens. Because I know you want to play it on a bigger TV, but at least you're making do with what you have now. But a lot of people don't have, I guess a lot of TVs don't have audio video hookups anymore because they don't consider the people that have stuff that still hooks up to it, I guess. Like, I get not having coaxial stuff because everything's HDMI, but... That's why you guys learned on a V-Smile. A VTech V-Smile. One joystick and a giant actuator button. That way it was like, what buttons to learn? Nope, you move and you use a giant actuator.
The VTech V-Smile was awesome. They had all the licensed superhero games.
Yeah.
Like, I remember playing the Spider-Man game that was so awesome on that.
It was a lot cooler than people gave it credit for because
for a children's entertainment console, yeah.
For the fact that it was literally the Nintendo Switch before the Switch existed, because you could play it on your TV, but there was also a portable one, and your cartridges worked on the TV one or the portable one. So like,
it was just cool for a kid.
For a kid, it was definitely durable. The thing was so durable. It was like a tank.
All right, I have a health upgrade for you, Dad.
Okay.
There you go.
I feel like I'm that friend that you like when you invite them over your house, you give them a broken controller, and you're like, well, at least you got a controller. Like, you cycle through your shit with the shoulder buttons, which might be kind of shit. Like, why am I not able to get to my stuff?
Shit, you let him in.
Why? You keep bringing me back to this house, and this is horrible being in here.
This is what early games like, man. Sometimes it's you suffer. Get up here. I have a thing.
Do you know?
Oh, I almost threw it in the trash.
The PlayStation is a new space card for a Switch, all it could fit on this Fortnite. Yeah, I mean, it had room for Fortnite and extra stuff at the beginning, but Fortnite greedily decides that it wants to make super huge updates multiple times a month.
Yeah, how can they even act like Fortnite is optimized for the Switch when it takes up like the whole memory plus some?
Right. and you wish you had a VTech that was so fun.
I don't know if that would be too fun now,
but for Oakley it would be fun. That's
that's
not
true.
for us, but for somebody that's just trying to learn that they can move something around with one button and push something to do something with another button. That's where you're trying to go. You're trying to like, because once you're like, ooh, I kind of, then you get the reasoning for more buttons and for more control options. But just like Nintendo and Atari at the beginning, which is where I'm moving the character and just pushing a button to actuate. So.
It's funny because those VTech games are still more complex than the Atari games.
Shut up. You hater.
I'd rather play VTech than Atari.
Brayden hates Atari.
I
I can't. That's his gimmick. If my gimmick is everything reminds me of BioShock, Brayden's gimmick is everything reminds him why he's so happy that he doesn't have to play Atari.
Atari sucks.
You're an ass, man.
It was necessary, but God, I'm glad we don't have to do this stuff.
I'm
like
sorry.
that now.
I'm sorry, Atari. Not hashtag not all Vid-Bits. Hashtag not all Vid-Bits.
No,
Atari.
I don't know.
Just this guy over here.
You also helped cause a crash that could have made it so people didn't even ever play video games again. So. Hashtag blame Atari.
Hashtag 40 years later. Come on, Jesus Christ, man. The company doesn't exist as a tech company anymore. It's just a software publisher. Give them a break. Like.
Well, it looks like they screwed that up for themselves.
God.
They weren't allowed to make consoles anymore.
You're a jerk. Oh man. Daddy Pig's window closes in 18 minutes, and that's when he could have done the 125 games worth of gap distance chasing I did yesterday. It's hilarious. I think this guy's finally given up on us, man.
Good.
That's good because the younger field is all super hungry, and if you want to know what I'm talking about, there's only going to be a couple more episodes of Chomp Champs on the Vid-Bits channel before we go to it just being a sportscast program on the Vid-Bits channel in small increments, but the lengthy marathon sessions that will keep us on top will be on the Pops Plays channel. So if you see Pops Plays in any of the
Oh my gosh, this is crazy world gen. There's so many of these rooms, and there's normally not this many rooms.
If you see Pops Plays in the chat, make sure that you just click on that and you add that to your YouTube if you want to continue to be updated about where we are with the championship, because again, it'll only be updates in the beginning of the day and then the end of the day as we get back to a normal programming schedule, especially with Game Day May coming to a close and us settling into our individual routines. And then also, like I said, speed running and stuff is coming, and we're going to start the warm-up.
That was just a leap of faith.
And then we're going to go headfirst into it in July, so look forward to more of that coming up soon. I can't tell you how useless I feel in this game.
It's sometimes like that, man. But once I get,
I'm not about anything other than you guys realizing that Terraria exists. You should be playing it and find ways to make it so that it can fit into your gaming schedule where it's fun. So like,
this is the growing period. Is,
I'm still getting reacclimated with how to fight. I have one shitty weapon, and I'm like, it's not very intuitive to me with this controller because this controller is too extra for this game for me. I don't need it being this loose and pro. I need a tight experience. And
we can swap controllers.
No, I just want to use my damn D-pad to do the maneuvering. I don't want to use the analog to do it.
I think I can put that in the menus.
In general, like I want the D-pad to do what the analog's doing and the analog to do what the D-pad's doing, because I'm not able to aim very well, and I just keep getting knocked around like I'm in a goddamn mosh pit. It's not. I mean, every time I spawn, this is what you see. Dead. So I'm just gonna keep talking so that I don't get frustrated.
I'm doing the early prep work that's gonna make it easier for you.
And I'm doing the spawn and die prep work because of course the follower keeps letting everybody in the fucking house and killing me every time.
It's funny.
It's not funny. You are enjoying this shit.
It is funny. Like I can't say it. Like just.
I'm spawning and this is what's happening. And the damn eyeballs are in the safe part of the house now. This is not funny, ass.
It is kind of
trolling me and shit.
It's funny, man. But that's
what's the game you guys play with the teacup looking straw heads?
What? What the hell, man?
What the hell is the teacup?
Is it Cuphead?
Yeah, it's probably Cuphead.
That's just
Just
funny.
keep killing me in the field, assholes. I'm not going back to the house. This is not working out for my guy. That's why he made me look like a hobo.
You approved of the hobo. I was like, is this good? And you're like, sure.
Can I just get the damn house? Come on.
Close the doors.
Every time I try to attack something, I hit a gravestone. I just want to stab some bad guys.
You've died so many times that it's a graveyard now.
Great, the house is a graveyard. Die, eyeballs. Look, I'm doing some prep work.
I am. I'm trying to get. I'm trying to get you some stuff to survive. Okay. Let me.
Yeah, I think it's Cuphead, man. I think it's Cuphead.
Let me fix your.
We're not playing any of the Cuphead characters. TN. Oh, man. I gotta keep it light. I keep dying in my own damn house, man.
Pops' beat was ripped off.
Jeez.
Bray was sent to the bone. Like there's so many. Okay, it is safer. I have things. Go away, Mr. Ghost.
I don't have anything to help you.
You use the different. What the?
Just so you know, if I'm not off put, you shouldn't be either. Cause God, if you don't have somebody like Bray helping you out here, you just have like, yuck.
Okay.
Like,
this guy
to my right is supposed to be helping me, and he
is-
keeps letting everybody in and kill us both. Like it's like
This is the easiest difficulty.
Like it's like if you were in a scary movie and the guy's like,
Use-
I think they're coming after you. And you're like, here, let them in. And he's just
Dad, use. Okay,
this guy's an asshole.
use your health things, please. I gave you like a bunch of hearts that should heal you.
Okay.
They're in your inventory.
Just hammer on these shoulder buttons.
In your inventory, as in
Okay.
like press Y for it. There you go. Use all 3 of those hearts.
Alright.
Alright. We're finally in the position
We
to get
literally
some
have-
armor.
Yeah, what? Okay, just watch their play lives, never see the game. They literally have they have teacup heads with straws sticking out. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't suggest you play that game. I mean, unless somebody buys it for you.
It's so hard.
It is so hard. Like, you can watch us play, like, that looks like fun. Yep, it does look like fun.
It looks like fun,
it's
right.
very fun if you're
If you're crazy.
If you take your turns turning around your friend and just kick you with the junk over and over again.
Yeah, it's
we make that easy. We make that look easy. So yeah, the Vid-Bits, we make Cuphead look easy. It's not easy.
it's funny when you say that when we're gonna end up playing expert mode and that's not you're gonna.
No, we'll be like, remember when I said that shit to the Terraria video? And you're like, shut the fuck up.
Try to find some iron. That's your goal. In
Oh,
mind.
so survive long enough to find some iron.
Bring some torches.
Not happening.
Okay, so if you press right on the D-pad, that'll change the way that you're level. There you go. So when you attack, that's how you attack. It makes it so you can actually guide, and then if you press B, it'll lock onto the enemy.
Before we end this stream, I want to make sure I go upstairs and preheat the oven for that pizza. So yes, we don't overproduce the gameplay, but we do overproduce our dinner while we're producing the gameplay. We actually even help curate our dinner from chat responses. So it's like, what are you guys doing for the game? Oh, don't worry about that, but hey, help us pick out a pizza we're gonna have for dinner. Don't have to worry about overproduced stuff here at the Vid-Bits.
Yeah, Cuphead's just difficult. It's one of those games that is made for people who really like like playing a game for long periods of time because it's gonna take some practice to.
Or it's also great to live vicariously through somebody playing that's good. So again, I know that's cocky, but like I said, if it was a game like Dark Souls that he's playing that I'm not good at, I can watch that and enjoy it.
Right.
Cuphead, if you're not good at it, you can just watch it and enjoy it like a cartoon and be like, wow, that's a fun cartoon to watch.
Yeah, and those characters are awesome looking and
yeah,
stuff
like
that.
but don't ever stress yourself out about it because the gameplay, even when we make it look easy, is not. Like that's hundreds of hours. Hundreds. You know, and so like I know some people like they're not going to want their game if they're going to spend hundreds of hours to get better at it. They're going to want it to be something that you can.
It's because we've spent that time playing other like so many different platformers that has made it so we can.
So it's hundreds of hours plus hundreds of hours of other games that make it so that we're better at that type of game. Like so, like
Get in, Dad.
So say for example, like if you're good at Fort, like you can get good at Fort by playing it for hundreds of hours, and then you can see how good you are.
Well, then people who play Fortnite then can go and play PUBG or any of the other various battle royales and be good at those as well.
If you were good at any other platformer, for sure, like I think that you'd be decent at them because you play a Mario game, but you wouldn't feel it's as fair.
I got my first, so I've been trying to do magic this whole time. That's the build I'm going for, and I've got my first magic weapon, the Wand of Sparking. It's taken 50-something minutes for me to get, but then again, a lot of the time was us just troubleshooting with our multiplayer situation. There's an umbrella. There you go. There's a melee weapon. I wanted you to do melee. I figured that would be the easiest first playthrough. So you press X to enter the chest.
It's just a lot.
It is.
It's fine once you get it. It's not unfair. It's just it's a lot different than it was 6 years ago.
Yeah, they have changed a lot of things. Okay, so now pick up the umbrella and put it in the slot of your sword. So press Y. And then navigate to the umbrella, and then you put that where the sword is. So just press A. There you go. And that has a good coverage in front of you. So when you swing it really blocks you. All right, so we'll just make our way down. Sometimes these lead into natural.
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. R.I.P. Yondu. I just love how they still fleshed out his backstory some more in the Christmas special and everything. It was touching.
Yeah, shout out to James Gunn.
Yeah. But yeah, please, if you heard me say don't play Cuphead, like no, please play Cuphead. But like anybody that heard that, like that, we want if you feel like you're gonna enjoy watching.
If you're
more,
just now
don't ruin it.
If you're at the point where you're just now playing games more, I don't want to ruin video games for you by suggesting a game that's way too difficult. That's pretty much what I'm saying.
Like especially say like you like Braden playing Souls, Dark Souls, and Elden Ring. We'll eventually have a guide to more accessible Souls-like games, or at least let you know the ones that exist that are the easiest. So you can
avoid those green things. They will break open.
Because you know some of it may not be as accessible to you because it's difficult. But then some of those games are being made for the people that are beating the previous ones, and that's sometimes games are like that. People don't realize why is it hard. Well, because it was made for the previous person that mastered the previous one. You know?
Right, that's why Elden Ring is, made for people who have been enjoying all of the Souls games for a while.
Or sometimes they'll make a game a little bit easier because
it'll just have some.
They deserve to have a break.
Well, it may be bigger in scale and have enough quality of life improvements to make it more accessible to the general user. We were just messing around in some unfamiliar territory.
I think we effed around and found out. I mean.
I was just trying to find. Our goal for this stream is to fight the first boss.
Okay.
That's our goal, and I think we're in pretty good shape. Unfortunately, you have to die to do a lot of this stuff, but I kind of know what I've been working towards a specific goal this whole time.
I have an alarm set, so in this stream, when this alarm goes off live, I gotta check on the pig just to see where he's at. I'm pretty sure that we're good, but I just want to know.
And if you don't know who the pig is Dad's rival on Pac-Man.
And just know that we're only gonna give him attention for one more day, because once I'm about 20 hours ahead, I'm not even gonna mention his name anymore. I'll talk about the people that are behind him, and then I'll talk about who are actually chasing him from behind. So we don't want to give some people too much attention, but when he's actually been in our life for the last 9 days, and we've been actually matching our sleep cycles together and trading the championship of the world of Pac-Man for you guys, the Vid-Bits. So if you do want to check that out, I highly suggest you check it out later, but just know, Pig, I'm only going to be talking about you for like one more day, and then we're just going to be like, hey, I wonder what Kofi's doing. I wonder what, and he hasn't moved in like 5 days, so. Find you a rival in some sort of game, guys. You know that you already have it. I mean, I got another one, his name's JVeg199X, because he competes against me in all these other
I got some armor for you, Dad.
Arcade games, and like he doesn't even. I don't even know if he knows I'm competing with him as much as Braden does. Braden's like, oh, you moving against JVeg in this other game now? I'm like, yep. It's JVeg. Don't want to give him too much attention either.
Okay.
That'd be cool to find out that he's like a YouTuber or like a pro gamer. Because I know Lakeman's on there, and he's a pro.
Wand of Frosting. I need
Pac-Man player, so
99 ice torches. How do I make ice torches? I'm assuming it's just ice. Okay, so
we're gonna play Bully, man. I'm gonna probably end up picking it up as a comfort game, or we're gonna play it as a combined comfort game, so that we can pass the controller back and forth. Because
we love Bully.
I know that they're about to do a remaster of that for something. I know that there's been rumblings of Bully 2 for a while that got canceled, so
I think Bully 2 will still end up coming out eventually.
It's worth, if anything else, covering before everybody's just not talking about anything other than GTA 6. So I really want to get it out there before then, because then it'll be like everybody's gonna be talking about 6, and Bully content will get lost in all of that, right? Because nobody's gonna be talking about anything other than the new GTA game. So
people seem to have like the shortest attention span.
I'm telling you, man, and like Bully is amazing. So the fact that you know that, man, like some people may not even know how great that game is because of how old it is, but it still holds up. It's still got some great game play loops in it, and it's got a very
some of the best mini games,
yes,
in my opinion.
Yes, and even though graphically it's a little dated, it still holds up a lot more than some of the games that were created in that time. They've done remasters for the trilogy being hot trash.
Yeah, that GTA remaster, GTA San Andreas, Vice City, and 3 remaster was just horrible. Like Dad was saying, it was just the quality. They were
Vice City forever.
They were
just did Vice City by
they were
itself,
literally phone ports made by other companies that weren't Rockstar. So how did you pass that? Like, how did your...
Unfortunately, the last 7 years in the industry, people have decided that they finally want to just stop, pretend that the pink elephant in the room is that they can get cash grabs from remasters, and they're just fucking going all in to do it now. Like, they're like, now we know that's what we're doing, and we're just doing it very blatantly. And I'm getting tired of it. And you know why you can see it is because if they don't smash 3 of them in there and charge you $70, they can't afford to, so they charge you 20 or 30 bucks for them. So now they're actually, instead of like waiting to release them one every 18 months, they're like, fuck it, well, I'll just spend 4 years and just put them all together in one shitty $70 package like Trilogy, and it's just hot trash. I should not see the tile work if you're remastering that shit. I should not see.
But then again, I think people don't even realize how bad some of those games hold up, even when remastered. Because
launch your PlayStation, put GTA 3 in your PlayStation 2 right now, and it's unbearable to look at. It's not even playable, and that thing was revolutionary. Everybody bought the system for it. Everybody had it on their television at all times. So I remember you playing it when I was younger, and John played it a few years ago. Yeah, it's great. It's really good, especially because like you really want to get behind Jimmy. Because like for me, a kid that was in foster care and bullied from being like from the rough part of town and everything all the time, like, and then being gaslit and being told that I was the bully, and you can clearly see that Jimmy's character is only doing those type of things when his back's up against the wall, and then it's like that situation. It's almost like Max and Ruby. Like Jimmy's like Max, and every single time like he's not doing anything wrong, he's caught in the wrong situation, and he's not able to defend himself. So then he's just gaslit by everybody around him, and then he actually has to turn into the thing that they think he is. So like, it's really easy to get behind Jimmy's character and be like, okay, you want to see him win, you want to see him take over the whole town, take over the whole school. You actually are rooting for his character, so it makes you want to get through class because you want to go into town and then do some of the shit that you want to do and stuff. So you got me super hyped for that, man. I probably will start that sooner than later.
I'm looking forward to it because Bully, it's one of those games that I always...
It's a great time waster too. You can feel like there's a real sense of something. Like, no offense to GTA or even Red Dead, but I can feel like I can be like, okay, I gotta do a couple classes, get a couple grinds on some of the missions, and I can walk away from it and feel like I accomplished something.
It's more realistic though. You can relate to that more than you can relate to school life more than you can relate to being a cowboy or being a criminal.
What's up, Skippy?
What's up, Skippy the Bard?
What's up? He said, what's good, Brave Pops? Oh, that's the alarm, so I gotta check on the pig. Yes, it's a generic one.
No more. It gives me PTSD.
You don't have school anymore, bud. You've been out of school
for a whole year. Me of the school alarm.
I guess that's the whole definition of PTSD, is that a year later you can be freaking out about it still.
Yeah, I hear that alarm, I'm like, oh no, it's time to wake up.
You hand me the Steam Deck, sir.
Check on your rival.
Kid Pig, you only got about another half a day before I don't even talk about you anymore. We'll talk about how you were formerly cool. But you weren't cool because you took the fucking title when I was outside with my fams on Memorial Day. Who does that? I gave you 100 matches before I took it from you. And I publicly called you out before I did it. And you're like, hehehe, he's outside grilling and chilling, time to take the title. And what did you do? You woke up to 125 match deficit today, didn't you?
Dad is serious about his Pac-Man.
It's not just... It's our Pac-Man. When you guys are in the Vid-Bits Fun Club and you see a commercial for this new Pac-Man on TV, you can say, yeah, that's one of the leaders of our Fun Club fucking owns that record. Like, proudly. Because anytime I tell somebody in public, they're like, are you serious? You guys really have a record that's
some of your torches, please.
You can take whatever you want, man. I'm like, yep, I got us a record that's on TV right now. I sure do. So it's almost like it's a commercial for the Fun Club that Pac-Man's paying for it. You can't buy that kind of shit. Yep, that's what it is, Skippy. He realizes I'm not a casual now because we've been bouncing back about 3 to 5 hours a day, like both ways. It's been swinging both ways for about 8 days. And so now this is the one where I gave him the chance and I laid down the law. So. And we'll do that forever, Brave, feel the exact way still. That's what trust in the process is, Skippy, is I know that you know that, and like Bray knew that, but he had to get me to calm the fuck down about it. So like now we're just staying the course. If you didn't know, the goal is I'm working it professionally. I'm working as an unpaid intern pretty much for fucking Bandai Namco while working the Vid-Bits for 8 weeks. The goal was to hit 7,777 wins by July 4th. That's 500,000 rating. If we do not make I will be so far ahead that I'll be able to play it super casually at the very least, and at the very most we'll be making waves as far as the esports league going, and then we'll be able to carry that momentum into the Nintendo World Championships. I'm hoping just that, like, this is going to be a baton thing. We'll just be able to go, and I'll be able to put all this motivation in Pac-Man and just replace that with the World Championships.
Dude, this magic weapon I just crafted is fantastic.
I'm really looking forward to that, and I just, like, again, if this schematic for Pac-Man just will work out for the Nintendo World Championships, then we're going to be in the money because they're already getting some groundswell for World Championships from the people that played it in the 91 and then the people that played in the 2017 one. So this is like the third big one, and it's 7 years. So you know how much I'm into numbers. I'm really feeling me and Bray are going to show up and show out on this. So, and with it being 13 games, I think that we're going to be able to convince some people in the Fun Club to start putting their names up there too, and so we can get some of the stuff they're showing out for our esports league. And Pac-Man is just the gateway for that. Like, it's like I talked to somebody about getting hyped about Pac-Man. I got so hyped about Pac-Man that I was like, yeah. And then me and my son are in the top 20 in the world for DuckTales speedruns. They were like, they wanted to talk about even more about that, and they were more hyped about that than they were about Pac-Man. They were wearing Pac-Man shit. So I'm like, that's what I want. I want somebody like, so there's somebody that likes all of this stuff together, and they're like, yep, and we like everything else too. Like, we're just trying to show you what's out there. Like when I said that
people need to get recognition for speedrunning and for leaderboard stuff. He said that's not really happening. I was like, yeah, it isn't.
Unless it's on YouTube,
Right,
but with it, it's
those
not.
people are doing the best that
Well,
they
the thing
can,
is,
but
it gets plenty of recognition from the internet. It doesn't get enough recognition overall.
no, people don't know that these people exist, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to make sure that these people become the superstars they deserve to be. The next Thor Ackerlins. I mean, nobody knows who he is unless you fucking looked into the Nintendo World Championships in 1990, and he's the one that won the thing. He's the one that taught everybody how to play Tetris the fucking way that they play it, so... Pig has not moved at all. I fucking knocked him out. He's been asleep for 18 hours. The longest he's stayed away from the game in 9 days, guys. Tonight, we are going to fucking dine on fucking ham hocks, pork chops, and fucking bacon, bros, because this pig is going to be buried and laid to rest. If he doesn't... I mean, because we're going to finish the Terraria session. I'm going to have a delicious pizza and spend a little bit of time talking about strategy, and then tonight we're just going to lay down the law, and he's not going to be buried 125 matches, he's going to be buried 200.
Like you said, it pretty much makes it so you can just like have a normal schedule for this a couple times a week, or...
Well, I've laid it down for everybody. I said it was 3 days of pushing, and then it'll be the 2 talk shows at the beginning and the end of our Vid-Bits day, but anything that they want to see related to this will be on the Top Plays channel, and they won't have to feel like, wow, why is there 40 videos? I had to get the lead, guys. I had to steal a 33-hour lead back and then take it back this way, so he's like, oh hell, the way that I felt like I had that, I'm not going to fight up against that. And then the people that are coming past him, will push him off the leaderboards, and these people are all hungry. We got kids in 300, 400, and 500 win categories that are all playing an amazing, and they're competing against each other every day, and I can't wait to give these guys the attention they deserve. The spaces, the motherships, Sadat is like the next big guy, he's coming up, so... Again, I'm getting hyped, and you see that I don't have a leaderboard screen in front of me. That's what I'm trying to do for the community, to be like, I'm talking about these people like they're superstars, because they are. I put 200 hours in Pac-Man the last fucking 2 weeks. So the people that are above me in it, or competing with me in it, have put in 200 plus hours in a month of a game. And I think that at the end of the day, we need to stop quantifying what that game is. If you fucking put 200 hours in a game in a month, then you're a superstar, you're a rock star, you're busting your ass to try to be the best in the world at that game. And then unfortunately people will be like, oh, it's Apex, or oh, it's PUBG, or
it's League of Legends.
It doesn't matter. I mean, as long as you're enjoying it, as long as you're not shoving it down my throat, I will always want to know what you're doing.
Or as long as you're not being toxic.
I will always want to know what you're doing so I can give you a high five for your gaming accomplishment. But like, if you are toxic to the point where like, but you have to do this too. Like, I know there could be other people in our community that can be great at Pac-Man, and I only want you to try so I can start touting you on the leaderboard so I can like cross-promote what you guys are doing.
We always want to be able to brag on our people.
You know what I mean? So if I'm like reading the top 20 and I see Skippy the Bard as number 20, like, yeah, I'm reading it because he's Skippy the Bard in our community, but also the fact that I can read it proudly as another person and give you the same accolades, and then be like, who's Skippy the Bard? Oh my god, it's another person from Vid-Bits Esports. We will start showing out, or if I have to fucking make alt accounts to show out, we will rock some of these leaderboards. Ray is amazing enough that he can do an alt account, and we were talking about taking over 10-spot leaderboards with fucking 4 spots on alt accounts, just to be like, you know what? This is how hardcore we are. And then when the people that are in our esports, you have all the tech for free, you have all the guidance for free, you have the support system for free, so we can get you there. Because there's people that we're gonna meet in the Vid-Bits Fun Club that are better than us at DuckTales one day, and we're gonna be so thankful when that happens. So we can sit down and just be like, man, you guys got me past this part, and I got you past this part, like the whole iron sharpens iron thing. It's really cool that in 2024 and going into 2025 we really have a surgence of leaderboards and speedrunning that's coming back up to the forefront, and now we're ahead of the curve, man. I don't know if that can be part of the Vid-Bits fucking one of our catchphrases, but we have been, and Gray has been, and I have been in different ways ahead of the curve about 48 hours before whatever the algorithm's been hitting in the last year. And that's not being cocky, that's just like, because we're gamers and we have our finger on the pulse of the gaming community and the trends, we're not only just trying to do the stuff that makes sense to cover for you guys, but when it makes sense. Like, we had Rise of Ronin when everybody's done it, so I'm like, okay, simmer down now. We had Princess Peach Showtime, and that was like almost when we were going to do it, and then we did, And that we
Played
would,
all.
right, but then we had Wonder, and I wanted to do Wonder all the way right then, but then everybody fucking oversaturated it, and then it's funny because we did the whole Walking Piranha Plant song thing, and then that was every fucking where. And I'm not trying to say that we copied it, because we did not copy it. But everybody decided to section out that and do a reaction video to that. I was like, you know what, we need to simmer down to Mario Wonder right now, because everybody's fucking doing it. And Mario is one of my favorite IPs, so the Vid-Bits will always do stuff that when they make sense, but we also will always do stuff for the love of the game that loses money on our end, where we're buying into the game and not getting monetized on the project because it's the right thing to do at that time. And most people won't be doing that. That's part of the love that we have for the game is like, hey look, Undertale, yep, bought that right now, yep, 9-hour playthrough, so we couldn't do anything else that day, yep, didn't get monetized for it, yep, not mad about it at all. I can now say, as a gamer, Undertale is one of my top 20 favorite games of all time, and I waited 9 years to play it. And it was for you guys. It was something you guys could organically see me play it. And Bray said he saw stuff he had never seen before. 2 other people had played it, saw stuff they had never seen before, so 3 people all day. How many times do you get an opportunity as a
Especially people who like had played the game way more than I had.
Yeah, and they're like, damn, Pops has just shown me something I'd never seen.
And like you said, it was like what a lot of the achievements were tied to.
Yeah.
As well, like.
Absolutely. And that's just because of me being a meticulous OCD gamer. It doesn't mean I'm a better gamer.
Checking everything.
I was raised in the walk to the wall and not see anything and press X and something's still their generation. So, unfortunately, the last 20 years, it's been like, oh, an actuator button comes up, prompt comes up, an exclamation point. Oh, it shows you that there's an X so you know to push it. Like, we were literally going up to every pixel on every screen of every game and pressing X to see if something happened, and sometimes it did. So because of that...
honestly, putting niche games on the map, the Vid-Bits way of life, absolutely.
Fucking A,
like this game, I would love to play this. For some of you people who love survival or like these kind of games, but maybe don't want to play or don't like Minecraft, I think this for a 16-bit RPG experience, it's just awesome. You know, you pick your class from ranged, melee, magic, summoner, and they all have different armor that tailors to them and different accessories that benefit them. Right now we're just kind of in that building phase, you know. It may take some time. I'll probably do some off-camera work just to get Dad a little bit more prepared, because I forget how vicious the early game is in Terraria. And people...
It is, but I think the problem it's like a great balance.
But once you get into it, though...
Like, about the Pac-Man thing, he said, I'm glad Bray is keeping you in check. You can't get too passionate, gotta keep the balance. Like, that's this. Like, it's almost like, it's almost an allegory for both things, because, like, if you go into Souls, and you keep mashing ahead, you just keep getting humbled. That's this. If I keep going out of this house and not have a game plan, I keep getting humbled, and I can either get better, I can just observe and try to see how I can get better, or I can give up. And at the end of the day, you're not going to get better if you give up. So Bray can help me as much as he can, but I have to like gain my composure and learn how to tackle it. And like Minecraft, it's not like that at all. You're like, okay, I can survive in the simplest form. I can turn.
No. This new Minecraft.
Oh yeah, never mind.
Yeah, Minecraft is, especially normal mode, I literally had to turn the realm on to easy for our subscribers because...
Mojang, what did you guys do? Like sit in a...
Normal mode's like on crack now.
Did you guys sit in a room with creepers and it was like, hey guys, you know, since you're part of the mascot, how can we make you guys even more deadly? Like... Creepers
and skeletons, man. On normal mode, skeletons literally hit every shot.
Why are your archers now like Halo 3 level difficulty snipers?
Like legendary snipers.
Yeah, they're like, oh, where am I at? All you hear is boing. You're like, oh god, and the next thing you know, if you don't turn around and you can train on them, you're gonna get hit 2 more times and down. And like, that's cool, because it really feels like there's a threat here for people that want to play in survival. But the people that like to play cash survival and only keep survival on because they want to make it so that there's some sort of circumstances, it's really rough. It's really damn rough. If you guys are just tuning in, we are on day 29 of May. We just ended up the 4th full week yesterday. We played Arcade Paradise, but we have today and then 2 more days to look forward to. We got a very big heavy hitter today, and then obviously tomorrow a super huge heavy hitter. Probably the one that we saved the last for this year, besides the community poll launch, which will be done on the last day. So please check out the community poll.
Yeah, if you're interested in Game of Day May as a concept, go and check check out that community poll, like Dad said. You've got until the last, you got until the 30th to vote
tomorrow,
on that.
the end of tomorrow, and whatever the result is, we will data bank the rest of them and kind of put them in the hopper for future projects. Obviously, we have next year to look forward to, but it will not be indie themed next year. It's different themed every year. So last year it was just beating games every day. This year it's indie games. So next year I think we're going to focus on a myriad of AAA titles and like making sure that some AAA titles probably get the relevance they do. And I'm telling you that way ahead, so we have a whole year to talk to you guys about what you want to see next year. So know that even though Game of the Day May is wrapping up, we still will be talking about it and producing it all year. But there is AAA titles. I think we were talking about AAA titles that are a year old or two that got missed in the loop because, like the movie industry, unfortunately they did not play well with as the rest of the things that were coming out, so maybe they got lost in there. That's a thing that, talking about giving games recognition. Indie games have that happen all the time because they release a lot together, but sometimes a AAA title doesn't play well with another development studio. That's not necessarily a way to try to galvanize sales, but if they were released in a period of time where there's a lot of great stuff, you only have a limited amount of money, right? So that's probably going to be more towards the theme, stuff like that. So, be on the lookout for that. We have 11 months of the community kind of like come together besides the stuff that me and Bray come up with those. But, think about that in your head. What AAA titles can you think of that, man, 3 or 4 maybe came out that month too, and that was the one that you didn't get the attention on. So, as much as it's nice to be able to give the love and attention to indie games,
I feel like there will be indie games pretty much every year on Game of Day May, but it's more so this year was a special, a very special highlight on indie games.
I mean, we hit so many good things this year. We hit, obviously, Minecraft, Undertale, Binding of Isaac, Explosion Man,
Castle
Tower, Bastions, Monkey, Super Hot. I mean, there's so much in here. Celeste, Stick Fight the Game, Stray, Hollow Knight, Rooftops and Alleyways. We did stuff that was like out for a couple years, stuff that just kind of came in. System Shock, Remake, Terraria. I mean, there's so much in there to unpack, guys. It's been a very, very busy month for the Vid-Bits, but it doesn't slow down for us. It just, after WrestleMania, the Super Bowl, the big game, if you will, then everybody's for sports the next season, so we will just hit the ground running on the first day of June. I wanted just to make sure that you guys understood that too, so. Especially Gray being now halfway through his conquest and now starting Elden Ring. You guys have to look forward to that for the next 3+ weeks as he gets through that game, getting ready to get into the DLC.
Yeah, expect another episode tomorrow. Today we tackled another one of the main area bosses, and tomorrow we'll be cleaning up some more of the Limgrave bosses.
How's the community been with you on that, Bray?
Oh, the community's been great. We've had someone stop in and give me a little surplus of runes to make it so I'm not having to do a lot of on-screen or off-screen grinding, which I think
they're being respectful of your level of attention and stuff like that. So that
I also was given a couple gifts just to help get my build going, to make sure that I'm steered in the right direction.
Thank you guys for that, man, because I was resting from my session, so I'm glad that you were able to help him out with that.
Yeah, we had some regulars stop by. We had Rusty Bucket, Skippy, a couple other people.
Nice.
We had William earlier. It was nice. Unfortunately, we did have an irritant. We had someone come in and start spreading negativity, so...
Well, I had my first one the other day, and you had your first one. It's bound to happen, and you know what it is? There's 2 things. Number 1, haters give us balance, as Cat Williams says, if somebody's not hating on you, then... If somebody's hating on you, then you're doing something right. And number 2, it's going to be a statistical laydown, man. We have so many people coming and new eyes on the product that, unfortunately, we're just not in that mentality to let a few bad eggs spoil the bunch, so we're good, so...
Yeah, well, I'm also one of those people that's going to let it be very obviously known that we don't deal with that kind of shit.
Because if we lay down the law now, and you guys start doing the mods, the people that are in the fun club or hanging out in the chats, you guys won't put up for it either. You know that we have your back, so it all will self-officiate.
I always say, if you see some people doing some sketchy shit, or they're just being annoying, like, I don't know, there's certain things, like, if you're, like, treating other people poorly, or you're just being an asshole in general, like, I mean...
If anybody ever bullies any of our regulars, then that's done. Because, I've already seen our regulars, how they come to bat for us when they go then they will go find the bully and then start hammering on them their pages. And don't do that, guys. I appreciate that. I've already seen an example of that, and you know who you are, and I love you for that. But just know, like, I don't. Then it also looks like we support them.
Yeah, we don't. We don't support you guys bombing other people's pages.
If they're bullying us, then the answer isn't go bullying them too, because then it's just gonna look like the people that support their bullying that they won. And like somebody said the other day, like the more visibility, I think Rusty said it to me, but the more visibility we get, we're gonna get more people that are just here to do that, to try to rattle the cages, so to speak. So it's really at the end of the day how like your school counselor used to tell you, it's how you respond to them, and if you respond to them where they get the reaction, they keep doing it. So the Fun Club and everybody else has done a really good job supporting us, but just so you guys know, like, we just don't tolerate that here. It's a chill place, it's a chill vibe, everybody's supposed to be having fun. Like, nobody, and if you're coming to Trauma Dump, do it on the Discord so people can actually
message, if you have some sort of problem in your life and shit's not going well, I'm always here.
Right, we're not counselors though, but we have lived a lot of life. So
but in the Discord, like Dad said, not in the actual Discord, but send me a DM and I'll talk to you if I have the time. And you know, the other thing is if I don't message you back, it's not because I don't care. It's
or we can hook you up with somebody else in the Fun Club that hangs out all the time. Like, hey, why don't you go talk to Rusty or talk to Skippy or
start connecting you with a good support group.
Right,
you know?
Right. And I'm not saying to just trauma dump on them either, but if you guys are like in the community together, community is like, we found that a lot of you are speaking to us, and then sometimes some of you are speaking to each other, but we want it to be where like you guys are like friends with each other too, because you're all friends with us. You're all guys, it's like, we don't want it to be like 12 people are coming in to look ahead into one person. We want people that the 12 people are coming in to start talking to each other while they're waiting on the 2 people, and then we're all together. We're not above you guys or with you guys. We're a club together. You know what I mean? Like, and there will be leaders of the club, because it's going to mean when more people come, it's better that the people that were in there in the initial that know the mission of the statement to keep those people in line so that we can focus on playing good games and answering chat. But if we have to focus on regulating chat and stuff because people are being bullies and you guys can't do that yourselves, then we're going to do that too, because we don't want you guys to feel uncomfortable either, but also we don't want you to feel like you're having to do it, because most of the time when people are in a moderation situation, they want to be there because they want to make sure that the flow is maintained. They want that. You know what I mean? Like, and they feel like that's their contribution is to do that. I know that, and I'm going to show my age here, but MIRC or ICQ chat clients, like there was chat rooms, and like every day we would go in these rooms, and they were virtual rooms where we never saw each other for real, but we were going there to talk to each other about wrestling, about sports, about video games every day. And there was
oh my god!
Oh my god! Oh my god! That was deep.
Oh my! I knew that golden chest was out of place, and that was the problem. Is I still went.
Was that a trap?
Yeah. No shit. It was a trap.
It's a trap. But yeah,
man, that scared the shit out of me.
You know, that's not saying you specifically Skip or or Matthew or anything, or Rusty have to be monster. Yeah, it's a lot. What do you get?
Dead man tell no tales.
That's awesome.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
They say dead man don't bite, but that chest sure did. Nice.
That was pretty cool.
It was totally cool. That you should probably look at that. It'd be around the hour and 20 minute. That's a really good one.
Yeah, that's so cool.
That's a good one. But yeah, that's just going into that too, because I would rather the community do that. But I remember also being like those MIRC ones. There was one that was like a fake wrestling league. So you would do virtual.
It's literally like what's it called? Fantasy football.
Yeah.
Is that a gnome?
So you basically would like go in there.
Holy shit, it's a gnome.
You would go in there as your wrestling character, and then you have wrestling matches with the other people that you have to like type out what you were doing against them, and then like /me drop kicks you, and it would say Brian drop kicks Braden, and then there was a person that was the referee, and then if you say Brian
garden gnome,
you would say that Brian pins Braden, and then like the referee would count 1, you type it out, 2, you type it out, and then if you didn't say me kicks out, then you would lose. So we really had like a virtual wrestling federation that was really champions.
That's silly.
It was chat rooms, and we tried to find a way to make it interesting.
You made a chat room into a game.
Yeah, and so like.
Well, that's the kind of stuff people do in stream now. Is they try to do that kind of stuff and create some sort of objective.
So RIP MIRC Wrestling Superstars, WWF Superstars, or whatever the hell it was called, because it was just like, that. So like that mentality where you are hanging out in a virtual room and you can then start to visualize what you guys hang out with and look like, even if it's just your characters. Like, you know, I don't look at Rusty Bucket and think that it's a Rusty Bucket, but
I do.
I
think that it's a Rusty Bucket typing.
Well, he's 10 years older than me, so I think he's an army vet that, like, you know, I look at him like that cool army dude. You know what I mean? I don't know what he looks like, but I mean, he's described himself as being 10 years older than me and then also being ex-military. So, like, but he's chill. So he's like, I don't feel like, if I look at him in my brain, I don't look at him as like a hard-ass guy. I look at him as like the guy that's gonna be like the rough father type figure, but like ultimately still wants to see you succeed.
He just reminds me with that description. He just reminds me of some of your friends.
Right.
Something like.
So in that sense though, that, you know, I want you, when you see Rusty, to be like, "What's up, Rusty?" Instead of being like, you're sitting there in silence waiting for Bray or Bryden to show up because you're waiting for the $5 or 7 minute cooldown period. But you see Rusty, then start to say, "Hey, what's up, Rusty?" And then he can tell you what's going on with his day. Like, I get that it's getting awkward, but like, you guys have been hanging out with each other for like 3 weeks in some of these chat rooms, and you guys still don't talk to each other. And I want you guys to start building that.
Well,
community.
William does. He's awesome.
William is always on anything I do. When I launch it, he's always like waving before in the cooldown period.
Dude, it's William and Matthew competing with that first view every time.
They are. But Skippy is, if you guys didn't know, he is the pioneer member of the completely unnecessary tier. He's propped up several memberships, several different months. So if you see Skippy, he's really cool in chat. Van, this is the first time Van is in chat. It's really awesome to have her in today as well. Who else has been in chat today? And then also Van, thank you very much for the super chat. It was very appreciative. Your first super chat. So then Matthew started off the stream, and then Pink Panther is amazing because he'll just come in here and throw up some pink paws and then just be gone. But you know, it's awesome because it's almost his way of saying, "Hey, I know you guys are going to work today. Have a great day at work." And I feel like that every time I see him, and it makes me feel so awesome that we have people that even when they can't hang out for the whole stream, they'll just drop in and like, you know, high five.
A little cameo.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, it's that type of stuff that makes us so, like, when we do the taglines at the end of these, it's not like, I gotta remember my script. It's like, no, man, I had a good time today. Like, I keep talking about Manny the Mormon, and he's not been in here since we got the Pac-Man United States Championship or past then, but that guy was supporting us randomly, and he'll just come up and throw, hey guys, he'll throw waves in chat, he'll stay for a little bit, and he'll throw some more waves, and he'll leave. And Manny, again, if you are hearing this, that means the world to me anytime that you do that. So, like, hopefully you're okay. I haven't seen you in a while, Manny, but I missed the waves in chat because you're the, you know that my spirit environmental trigger is a wave, man. I'm telling you, waves and waterfalls, and streams and creeks and stuff. But
I need to. Okay, we're about at that point where we can fight the first boss.
all right.
I've
just been trying to.
I've done some prep work.
I know that it was just dumb for me just to keep walking around and dying, and you weren't doing some footwork, and I've just been talking to chat and just kind of keeping people hyped. But if you think that we got things ready to go,
I'm gonna give you all these throwable things that I have, like grenades. And
don't we have to build an arena thingy?
not for Eye of Cthulhu.
Thank
and all.
God.
It's also like.
So this first one will be have a decent time to it. It won't be super long, but again, if you want to see us do more Terraria, know that we'll either do stuff. It'll be up to you. If you want it to be super deep, me and Bray will do some stuff offline and get super prep for it. But if you want it to be super real, then we'll just continue from this playthrough, and then like you'll just
Maybe it'll just be our little casual joint venture.
Yeah, it'll be like a bit. It'll be a bit adventure. So like sometimes we may play for 45 minutes, sometimes we may play for an hour and a half.
Sometimes it'll just be me. Sometimes maybe it'll just be Dad.
Right.
Possibly.
So just know that that's what this playthrough. It'll be basically how you guys ping it. So if we get
it might be me hopping on, getting a couple things that
quality of life improvements for me, so I can have some
Exactly.
survivability stuff, but then not OP making it so that it's just like all him. You know what I mean? Because he knows what to do, but he knows also that I want to feel more useful than just being a meat shield.
You're not just a meat shield.
Okay.
I'm currently getting us some additional weaponry, possibly getting you a gun.
So, just a little hint for Game of Day made tomorrow. The initials of the game is CS. The first word has 4 letters in it, and the second word has 5 letters in it.
And definitely looking forward to that one before the end of the month, which is the results of your guys' community poll. And also, just to remind you, all the ones that do not win do not just disappear off of our radar. We do have a whiteboard for stuff like that. We do keep those things in mind, because if you guys put energy and effort into saying that you wanted to see that shit, and we've been asking anybody to do that, so you think that we're going to ignore like the 30 votes that go to all the other things that don't win? Like, no,
That's just some secret tip for us.
Right, like all you did was say there is interest there. If there would whatever would have got no votes at all, yeah, we're not considering that at all.
Or maybe the bottom spot.
Like, but you guys have been doing great. We've finally kind of hit our stride, so look for more community polls going forward, even when it's not Game of Day May, when we have big impasses and creative stuff. But also, you know, that's part of the perks of being in the membership tiers, is you're helping us produce a lot of stuff. You get to see a lot of stuff behind the scenes that you don't normally
You have
see.
you have a very heavy influence as far as what content you make.
Right. Or like, you know, with Bray's situation, like he's talking to people that are, he's actually having to have them not help them overproduce stuff because they want to help them too much, and they're, you know, they just want to give them too many, in Dark Souls, give them too many souls, or jump in and help them hit the boss too easily, and he's like, no, you gotta make sure that this has
Well, that's the thing, is for Dark Souls, my rule is pretty much no summon. I'm not going to summon anyone during my fights.
Could you imagine though, like you guys at the end of Borderlands 2, and like some random came in and like used like the glitch weapon to one-shot Handsome Jack at the end, like
And it's already easy to know.
It's already easy. Well, the big boss that walks around with all the like the conference wasn't the first time I did it super under leveled and had to leave it on for a 6-hour shift at work and then come back and finish it. No, not when you don't know what level to be at and you don't know how to attack it and you don't have a good and you don't have a good conference called V shield combo. Then no.
Dude, I've gotten fantastic. This game has already given me fantastic RNG. Just
I literally talked to God. What was
look at this. Look at this. And I didn't even look at it. With the trait, it got masterful, plus 20 damage, minus 20 mana cost. That's just fantastic. I'm literally like making strides with my weapons and shit. Like,
if you're listening to me, you know who you are. When I was talking today about Pac-Man in front of GameStop, man, I was talking about having a good time with RNG today with your duty games. Well, Brady's got some good RNG time.
dude,
today.
I got one of the best early game magic weapons.
Hopefully you. God, I'm sorry that your name escaped me. And next time I touch base with you, if you're around GameStop, like I said, I need to bring that book around and have people just write down their name and what they're passionate about. So when I'm talking about you guys on stream, I didn't forget, because I really felt connected to talking to you today. And you said that you're really passionate about Call of Duty, and I want to make sure that you stayed in your lane. Because again, you know, Call of Duty to somebody could be like, that's dumb, but if say you go plus 22 KD every day, and that's inspirational to somebody from those videos up, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
They're seeing your tech, they're seeing your lanes, they're seeing how you approach sniping, that kind of stuff. You never know who you're inspiring. So again, you know who you are, and I hope that you had some really great games today, or you have a good session tonight too. So, but when I said hanging out with RNG, Braden's hanging out with RNG, and he is hooking.
Oh
him
no!
up.
I just made a big old hole.
Absolutely hooking him up, man.
Sorry.
No, it's funny because like my problem is in games like this, I have too much of an affinity to hang out with stuff like TNT, dynamite, and bombs and fire and stuff, much to my detriment. So you blowing holes in the earth is
It was accidental. Alright, I need to get more magic. I've done a pretty good job setting myself up for magic going forward, though.
about time, I'm going to go up there and turn the oven on.
Okay.
But know that you need someone to do that about like a half an hour before you will be done.
That would be...
So that way, because you got to do preheat time and then cool down time.
All I really need for us to be able to fight the Eye of Cthulhu is lenses. So I'm just killing all the suspicious, or all the little evil eyes that I can. Alright, so I'm just looking for for these little eyeball guys.
Also, guys, I know it's a little fourth wall breaking, but if you're seeing ads that you're not agreeing with, make sure that you
Yes, yes. Always let us know in the
I've
Discord.
I've been feeling that they're doing really good.
Yeah, I've seen good. We did take off some of the ads, but there is like a auction spot that continually revolves. So if there's ever any weird thing or new ad that shows up that's some sort of scam or anything, or something that just you don't believe belongs on the channel, let us know, and we'll definitely do our best to go through there and take off the stuff that we don't believe should.
We are never going to feel comfortable making a fucking red cent off of something that you're seeing over and over again that's going to make it so you skip it, because the whole point is we want you to feel like it's okay to do something else while they're playing so you don't skip them. So if it's something that's off-putting or whatever, that, especially something that's like ethically uncomfortable, please let us know, because we're non-denominational, we're non-political, we're not affiliated with any political party or religious party of any sort. So if you see anything like that, our intentions is to leave the things that just being neutral across the board. Because you're allowed to have your own political opinion, you're allowed to be religious.
But you know, at the same time, like, I don't mind pushing stuff like therapy services because I believe in therapy.
And it could be that that's the universe saying that you should see that right now.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that. But we're not gonna be like this specific medicine.
Right.
This specific you're not. If you're seeing that, I don't want it to be like, man, I don't need this specific thing, and they keep, because I skip those ads and I want to support those creators. And then some of them there's people that's doing music and stuff, and I can't watch some of the ads, and that means I'm not giving them any revenue.
Yeah,
so.
YouTube Premium blocks ads, but we do, Skippy do know we still make money.
We actually have a great relationship with YouTube Premium with the margins on that,
yeah,
because they don't show ads.
Because
so
you don't.
please,
because they don't show
guys,
ads.
please watch us on Premium, please.
I think it actually.
It's actually a higher margin for us.
Yeah,
on
I was
Premium.
about to say that. I think YouTube actually gives us a higher average than we're currently making on ads via Premium. So
it is the trade-off for that. So
yeah,
don't think that you're not supporting us if you're watching us on YouTube Premium, and in fact, it's actually making us a little bit better of a margin on that, and you're not having to have the stress.
Yeah,
of
and you
seeing
don't have
ads
to
at
deal
all,
personally
so.
with ads. I always thought that YouTube Premium was a good idea. I just never really. I guess I never really thought about it. I never really thought about how much I watched YouTube and the fact that it probably would be worth my time.
I mainly did not want to go into that because I thought it wasn't making my favorite creator any more money. I thought it was opting them out of making the money because it wasn't letting those getting the commercial views. So like, you know, to me too, because like I was telling someone the other day, like kids that are in your generation literally have watched YouTube as their cable.
Yeah,
their
YouTube
whole
has
life.
pretty much. I've watched more YouTube hours than cable.
I am now getting there, where even though as much cable as I've watched my entire life, now that I started watching at the halfway part of my life, it's almost catching up to what I watched 5, 9, 7, 12, 19, 64, and all those archaic
channels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
I only remember watching cable when a couple houses back. That's the way I'll describe it. I was in like elementary to middle school, that age range, and I remember waking up in the morning for school and them having still that early morning block for kids, and I remember watching like Scooby-Doo and Tom and Jerry during those hours, and it was just always so nice to have something to do while you because a lot of the time you had to like wake up and be up for at least like an hour or so before you. I just killed a parrot. I'm sorry, Mr. Parrot. It wasn't personal. I didn't mean it, man. Hey, true, YouTube is one of the biggest sources of entertainment. I miss cable, though. Made for TV movies were trashy acting, but stories so thick. Yeah, sometimes you had those outliers where things really were...
I'm sorry. I just saw Charlie just did a video. I normally don't second screen this video. I was just looking at chat, but I saw that Charlie's doing a video. Was talking about how Dave & Buster's now is making it so that you're going to be able to place bets on people that are playing the other fucking games there, like a side bet, like almost like a DraftKings thing. So if I'm watching you play Hot Shots Hoops basketball against your friend, I'm gonna be able to go on an app now and place a side bet on who's gonna win that fucking basketball game.
Like, what the hell? It's already kids gambling because you're using money to get credits for tokens and shit. I'm literally gonna be able to go there and I'm gonna watch two people shooting hoops and be like, yeah, I got 5 on homie, and then but they're gonna get their portion of it because I'm gonna have to go through an app to do it, and they're gonna have a limit as to how much you can bet so that you don't get super crazy with it.
So it's supposed to be like fast casual
What
betting.
the hell, bro? So like if you play skee ball against me, somebody could be behind you, Brian cooing you, like hoping that you win the skee ball game because he's got 5 on it. Like, how did you just turn someplace awesome like Dave & Buster's, which are not sponsored by the way, it's like an adult Chuck E. Cheese, and like taken that concept and turned it into you've turned it into a mini sports like a mini horse race track or something. Like, okay, and we got the people in the skee ball lane, and there's Brian in lane 1 and Bray in lane 2 and Skippy's in lane 3, and who's gonna win? And then whoever wins, you get a $5 payout on your bet. Like, so, and the bet for me is I'm putting the money in there hoping that I can actuate enough at the activity to get tickets. So, like, I'm betting on myself. You're betting on me, betting on myself.
That's wild.
And Dave & Buster's is making money from both of us. Like, what is going on with life?
What kind of world do we live in?
I'm telling you, I'm sorry, dudes, I had to say something. And Charlie, shout out that reporting because that's ridiculous. That's actually happening now. Like, could you imagine being back in like Showbiz Pizza, aka Chuck E. Cheese back in the day, and you're playing skee ball and you're standing over your kid and he's playing skee ball for his birthday, and then some guy just walks up and he's got like a tracksuit on.
I bet $25 your kid's
I got
not gonna hit
25
that.
on the other kid, and like the other person comes up like, yeah, well I got 50 on the other kid, and then the next thing you know, a bunch of people. It's like that scene from Goodfellas when he starts making them toss the dice, and then everybody's just like around him and stuff, and everybody starts making the money except you're just fucking playing skee ball and shit, and then you do horribly, and then one of the other people can't handle it because he just lost his house on your skee ball game, so he goes over and kicks your dad in the shin. Like what the hell, bro?
The skee ball mafia.
I'm sorry, I'm super hyped about that, but I feel like it's better for us to do reportingception because we would never do a piece on that because somebody else did. And again, shout out Charlie for doing that, but that's just the most ridiculous thing, dude. I can't wait to talk to somebody topical about this. Like, watch go to Dave & Buster's and go play some Hot Shots basketball because you don't know what skeevy guy might be around the corner like fucking.
The betting on the laser tag, be like, if my team's gonna kick your laser tag team.
Who's shooting real guns in here? What the hell?
Dude, I remember I went to laser tag with my friends and this dude was methed out and he was like jumping over the barriers and stuff and he was like taking it way too seriously and me and my friends were just like a little off-put that this grown man was, you know.
Skippy says YouTube is now one of the biggest sources of entertainment.
Yeah, I read that.
He said watching home commercials before WWE speak. He said that's crazy. It's the second time he's hearing about this. Apparently it happens with 1v1s in the Call of Duty community as well. And they also place wagers in who wins takes it all. 21st century never ceases to get even crazier. Sheesh, did I scare off the other viewers by spamming chat like?
No.
No, dude, no.
It's more likely that we scared off viewers with our polarizing opinions, and that's fine.
We're always here for the people that are supposed to be here. We never stop talking about something because that number comes up or down. Because you never know why they left, and if you overthink it, then you're gonna stop being you.
Sometimes they just need to go take a shit. They need to go eat something.
Sometimes they're like, oh yeah, because we also say hydrate, so they're like, oh shit, I have to go grab another bottle of water, or it could be just like they only had so much time to hang out with us, and that was just the end of it, and that was a good jump off
stopping point for them. Yeah.
But we are the fucking disruptors of YouTube.
Oh shit.
We will always be polarizing into the degree, but like when I keep saying like we're authentically and unapologetically us, that sounds like a great catchphrase.
Well,
I know it'll be sexy.
I accidentally just summoned a boss.
But like, I know like it makes more sense to be like that because.
Wow, they have official health bars now.
It's hard for me.
This is crazy how bougie this new Terraria is. Like, before they did not have like official health bars that were like that.
It's just hard for me to just like see people that are super like unauthentic though. You know what I mean? Like you can make mistakes and backpedal.
Inauthentic.
Non-authentic. They are not authentic as well.
Well, I do believe inauthentic.
Yeah.
Or unauthentic. It could be unauthentic. I
went to bed after the Elden Ring stream and then woke up after that. It's pushing 5 a.m. and I can't sleep, so I'm just watching and working.
Well, man, I mean, at least you got something interesting on in the background. You got some people to talk to.
You could be like me, man. When I can't go to sleep, I'll throw on the same thing that I've watched a million times, give somebody that doesn't even really care about me money again, and then like just not be able to pass out. So shout out to all those people that I am not watching in hate retrospect and just watching over and over again because you do have informative video game content and I still learn stuff.
Shout out to the gaming historian. I fall asleep.
He's not
to
that
his,
guy. Yeah,
his
that guy's
videos
awesome.
all the
Norm,
time.
you're awesome. I can't wait to talk to you someday.
I have given some of my most like well-educated thoughts on video games because I got the initial information from his
Because
video.
Normal put out 3 pieces a year and spend 6 to 8 months on each piece, making sure that everything's on point.
It's okay, but
You know what I
guys,
mean? Like-
if you are getting into content creation, please know that that's not a sustainable. It's not sustainable. You need to create a schedule. You need to be like he can do that because he, like Dad said, he's putting 6 months worth of time into it.
He's going on location. He's doing drone shots. He's doing research. He's going to these places and he's going
getting
into,
his
he's getting all the historical accuracy.
the little sketches he gets done that are almost in it almost
Ray thought he could fly.
it was almost in the vein of like the courtroom sketches that he gets done for his videos, which I think is kind of cool.
But he now has gone into semi-retirement because he realizes that he's been on that space for a while, and he's now just verbally telling everybody he's in semi-retirement because he only does 2 to 3 projects a year. So
I think it's also obvious he's getting a little burnt out.
well, because if you are making those projects for that lengthy of time, and then your Patreon are just hammering you down about when the next thing's coming on, and you're like, look, it's got to be long, lengthy passion pieces now with a lot of research, and it's got to be depth. It's got to be the stuff that's not overly covered. Like, you know, he did a whole piece on the Nintendo lockout device that people made to, like, basically put like a club device on your console so that when kids didn't do their homework, they couldn't just play their games. They had to like get the key for their parents, and like the thing was like put into the console so you couldn't take it out and put a game in it. Like most people didn't even know that existed. Like, you know what I mean? Or like he did something on some of the Game Boy accessories, like the Game Boy Pocket sonar. There's a sonar thing that for you to do fishing, a sonar fishing device for your Game Boy to help you to fish. You know what I mean? Like that's a niche thing that for history reasons it's important that people know. But like not everybody's gonna be able to spend the time to create that. You know? I mean, especially some of the stuff he's had to spend thousands of dollars to hunt down on eBay to have the physical whatever to show you. Again, people don't realize that Norm out of pockets all that's not coming from his Patreon. Like he's like the PBS of the gaming community. He gets supported and propped up by Patreon, and then people unfortunately nowadays they have.
Quick niche gaming suggestion. Not sure if y'all are familiar. I played this on PC before. It's so nostalgic. It's called Fate. It's an RPG with dungeons and stuff. Epic as hell. We'll be sure to check it out, man. I'll write that one on the whiteboard. Alright, we're waiting for nighttime.
Okay.
And I'm just, in the meantime, I'm just getting you extra armor together, trying to get you, fully geared up.
Do you think that I'm good to go preheat the oven now?
No, you can go preheat the oven.
Alright.
So Dad's gonna go preheat the oven for our pizza. I'm just gonna quickly, like I said, make my way deeper into the depths and quickly collect some more minerals and such. I'm glad that we're streaming this for Game a Day May because this is my least favorite part of starting a Terraria world is doing the early prep stuff that I've done so many times. Like, I've done the early game so many times, and it's rough. It's very difficult. I know a lot of people they don't make it through the early game to even enjoy the rest of Terraria, which sucks. But some games have that the difficulty spike right at the beginning, where early game is a lot harder than late game. This is one of those games that really picks up, in my opinion, quite quickly once you beat the first couple bosses. So I can get some gold. Maybe I'll make some gold armor. Preheating oven for pizza order is crucial. Yeah, I mean, I'm just glad to have some pizza, man. Alright, so the music is just so good. It's such a jam, and you don't really get sick of it. Like, it's one of those things that you can listen to it while you're playing, and you don't feel like you get annoyed by having to listen to it. Where some games have like the most annoying idle soundtracks. I wish I had some good potions. The shine potion, no, archery. Come on.
Sorry, stomach doesn't wait for anybody. It says cheesy peanut butter crackers makes sense right now. Skippy says preheating oven for pizza order crucial. Pop it in a cold oven and wait for it to warm up. Your pizza, you're gonna wait at least 3 days before the pizza is in its best temp. Yeah. My ex was very much into when they wanted to make anything in the oven almost always, except for like the cooking and like the cookies and stuff, which made sense. They would like preheat the oven, but they're it'll get there. Like, you know that scientists like in lab coats they come up with cooking temperatures for stuff in ovens, right? Like, so when they say preheat the oven to 425 and cook for 16 minutes, there's a there's a scientific thing.
No, it's
there.
a vague suggestion.
Like, it's like if you put the oven in there and it's supposed to go to 425 degrees and it's a 16-minute cook time, it's gonna take like 10 of the 16 minutes to get up to 425 degrees. So like, I mean, then that's no offense to you, Danny. You know we joked about that a lot. Some things that made sense, like I guess if you're like heating up taco shells or something, but even then. But yeah, I mean, unfortunately, like the whole impatience thing is when somebody one day thought, I'm gonna put these pizza rolls in the microwave, and I'm like, you're just a dumbass. I'm sorry, I will die on that hill. If you hate me, at me, go ahead and say, hey Brian, I can't believe that you come at me, I microwave my pizza rolls. Yeah, well then, it takes fucking 8 minutes in the air fryer, or 8 minutes in the oven. I get it. It only
Damn! Sorry. It's fucking annoying. I hate losing all my money.
Well, at least you're not useless like Harley here. If he doesn't sit in this chair, we'll open these doors and get me killed.
You've got a gun.
A gun rack. What'd I do with the gun rack? I don't even own a gun. Let alone an entire rack that would necessitate having many guns.
Are you ready to fight?
I guess. Shout out to Mike Myers and Dana Carmen. Glad you guys made up with each other. Can't wait to see Wayne's World 3 someday. Awesome. Never thought that was gonna happen in my lifetime because I knew that they had
You have a Mustang.
issues. How do I get into that?
I'll try to take his keys off.
I'm just trying.
I'm gonna have to do a training session with Dad to get him back up to snuff with
Well, because I don't even think I played it on this interface, and like now I'm like not pushing the right buttons to even attack and stuff. I try to get my chops, but every single time I got spawned, I got killed.
now it's my favorite part, the waiting game. You wait for your buddy to spawn in while you stay alive. This is just from years worth of Terraria experience.
This game, Bray?
Relogic.
So Relogic, I appreciate you guys here. This is one of those games that Bray really tried to get me into, and then unfortunately when we did 6 or 7 years ago, we made an arena to beat a boss, and then he was min-maxing games before that was a thing, because he would beat the game, as soon as he did the last hit on a boss, he would hit the
So get yourself ready. Get the musket out and put it in.
He would hit the power button and then just be done with the game. So like, you're talking about being done with the game and going in the next one. This dude was not the final boss blow on a boss was the game being done. So like he's like, yeah, Dad, we gotta build an arena. We got this fight this thing.
Yeah, I'm in phase 2 of Eye of Cthulhu right now. Making short work of it. Try to get some distance if you can.
Well, appreciate you guys and what you guys did for this game, and I can't wait to spend a little bit more time on it. I was looking for something to mess around with offline, and I really think this is going to be something that can kind of like whittle away, and not even like let you know what I'm doing. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, we try to almost use all of our offline time even to either impress each other or motivate each other to a new project, but then sometimes like it's not about that.
Can you take him off of me? Alright. Thank you. It should have given me enough.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yay! We did it!
Good job.
Luckily, that's like the most minimal I think I've ever fought that boss. With pretty much no armor, just throwables and magic. That was just so very satisfying, man. And I'm definitely gonna have to get Dad's settings optimized, get him in.
I want to play with a less bougie controller.
Yeah, I will figure Dad's control scheme out. I'm just so happy that you guys were able to kind of see, you know, what I'm capable of as far as Terraria is concerned. You know, in a very short period of time, I got us all the way prepped to be able to fight the first boss. So that's exciting.
As much as it was a struggle for me, I'm having fun. I'm having a lot more fun.
Oh yeah, and now it makes it so we can, because we did that, we can skip the annoying early game armor crafting section. So you beat the first 2 bosses, and you can use their combined items to craft a good starter set of armor. So next time we'll be back for the Eater of Worlds that I'm sure you guys saw briefly earlier when I accidentally summoned him.
This will be the first one that we don't have a problem offlining, and then when we come back and we can talk about what we did offline, and then if you guys start to get like in the feels that you're missing out on that, then maybe we'll start to upload some of that.
Or maybe we'll just do a little bit of offline work to get it picked up a little bit, so it has a little, like, me and Dad are a little bit more prepared. Like, say annoying stuff. In this game, the annoying stuff is tracking down life crystals. You know, getting enough life crystals to have maximum health. Stuff like that. You might not want to see that on screen,
right.
But what we will assure you is that we will fight all the bosses on screen. But you know,
do some of the major building. We don't really just walk in and see that this house is way better than it is. We'll try to just, you know, that kind of stuff.
Dial it in a little bit, but ultimately I've had so much fun. We were able to accomplish my early game goal, and you know, I'm excited to be able to pick up off from this point going forward, because Terraria is one of those games that I really get a knack for it.
I've been waiting for a reason to restart this. So.
Yeah, we've been waiting for a while, but thank you to all of our members who stopped by. Shout out to Rusty Bucket for stopping by during my Elden Ring stream.
Rusty, Skippy, Panthers.
Yeah, Matthew. Rusty, Skippy, Panthers, Matthew,
Vanna, thank you for the
Vanna,
super chat.
William, everybody. Thank you guys so much for your support. It's been so much fun playing games with you guys and being a part of your regular schedule. But as always, it's been Bray
and Brian of the Vid-Bits.
Thank you guys so much for stopping by, and if you're interested in some more Terraria content, please let us know down below.
All right, we'll see you on the next one.
Peace.